I had 15 hours of sleep last night and I feel amazing. I went to bed at like 4 p.m. This morning, my boyfriend Steven woke me up with a cup of coffee at 7 p.m. The past few days I have been functioning on very little sleep since we've had national costume and the prelims, but today I'm feeling fresh, and with my newfound clarity of mind, I have decided to share my top 21 predictions with you guys. Now, in my predictions, I have decided to be quite daring. I don't just want to discuss my top 21. I want to discuss who I think will win the national costume competition, first of all. Second of all, I want to mention who I think is going to win the fan vote, which is very interesting. The fan vote, of course, is the girl who will be voted into the top 21 by her fans. Then I'm going to discuss who I think will be the winner, the first runner-up, the second runner-up, the third runner-up, and the fourth runner-up, and of course the top 10 and the rest of the top 21. I thought I would do it this way and then just see what happens. It was very difficult to compile this list, let me tell you that, because oh my goodness, do we have amazing women competing this year. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I'm quite nervous for some of my favorite girls, including Australia. Australia used to be one of my very favorites until I saw her stage presentation. She is of course an amazing charismatic speaker, and I do believe that she did incredibly well in her preliminary interview. But the problem is that when a girl makes the final and they get into the top 20 or top 21 this year, all of their points that they've gathered so far in the preliminary stages of competition revert back to zero. So everybody starts on level ground, which means that countries would have to traverse the swimsuit competition and the gown competition tonight in order to reach the top 5, where they will only then be given an opportunity to speak. Of course, we know that the opening statement is not happening at this year's competition, so the only time a contestant will have time to speak is with her final Q&A and the final statement, and only the top 5 will be given those opportunities. So I am very nervous for Australia. But without further ado, let's get into who I think will win the national costume competition. To be honest, I think Panama will win the national costume competition. Not only is this costume beautiful, it is also very extravagant and it has lots of key details to look at. I personally enjoyed looking at this costume a lot, and I thought she looked absolutely beautiful in it. So I think Panama might win the national costume competition. What do you guys think? Who do you think will win the national costume competition? Please don't say Malaysia. I've seen a lot of people say Malaysia, and personally I have nothing against Malaysia, but that was a set to me. That was not a costume. But anyway, moving on to the fan vote. Who do I think will win the fan vote? To be honest, I think the fan vote winner will come from a big pageant country, but not only a big pageant country with a huge population, and not only that, but with an amazing, outstanding contestant this year. For me, all roads lead to India when it comes to the fan vote. India, of course, has Adeline Castellino representing them this year, and that woman is amazing. She's incredible. I know she even has fans from all over the world. For goodness sake, I'm one of them, to be honest. She is incredible. Not only that, India has a very strong pageant culture as well, and they have a huge population. So I truly think that India might be the one to win the fan vote. But even if she didn't, I do still think that she would get into the top 21. So actually, I didn't include India in the top 10 or top 5, but I do think she has potential to get into the top 10 or top 5. I just put her aside as the one who is going to be the fan vote. So please don't get insulted if I don't mention her name as a runner-up or in the top 10, because I do believe she belongs there. I just had to put her aside as the fan vote winner. Moving into the top 20 now. At number 20, I have Great Britain. You guys know that I have loved Great Britain, and I really hope she gets into the top 20 because she is absolutely amazing. At number 19, I have Nicaragua. You guys know that Nicaragua has been absolutely incredible. I love that woman so much. She's so beautiful. She has so much charisma on stage, and I would love to see her in the top 21. I have Bahamas. Bahamas has impressed me the past few days. Not only is she a great speaker, she was amazing on stage at the national costume competition and at the preliminary competition. At number 17, I have Nepal. She has been a great contender, and I know she's also a lot of people's favorite. At number 16, I have Singapore. Singapore has impressed me so much. The woman is stunning. At number 15, I have Indonesia. Indonesia, of course, comes from a very strong pageant country. She's a great stage performer. I have very high hopes for Indonesia, but at the moment she's at number 15 for me. At number 14, I have Brazil. Brazil did absolutely incredible in the preliminary phases of competition. Interview, I don't really know how she did an interview, but from what I've heard, she's a very charismatic woman and she definitely deserves a spot in the top 21. At number 13, I have Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic has been impressing me lately. I wasn't so keen on her at first, but really she does have a lot of charisma. At number 12, I have Australia. Oh my goodness, you guys know I have been disappointed in Australia's stage performances the past 2 days, and I know she probably did very well in her preliminary interview, but I can't help but think her stage performance is really going to hold her back. At number 11, I have the Philippines. I love Rabia Mateo so much. She has such a beautiful face, but something is telling me that she is holding back in her stage performances. I felt it at the preliminary competition. I really hope that she can get that boost of confidence from the Filipino fans that she needs in order to really excel at the final. I wish the best for Rabia because she is such a sweet girl and she deserves all of the love and support from all of her fans in her country and around the world. At number 10, I have France. France has such an amazing personality. She is so funny. I have loved watching her. She is also one of the women who I feel is holding back on stage, especially when it comes to evening gown. I don't think she really knew how to handle that amazing, extravagant evening gown that she had on the other night. At number 9, I have the USA, Asia. The reason why I'm putting Asia at number 9 is although she's not one of my favorite contestants, she hasn't been. I think that the USA tends to be a bit low effort when it comes to evening gown. But the reason why I put her at number 9 is because, of course, she is a great speaker. And I think her interview would have gone very well. And she isn't that bad on stage. And obviously, we have to admit that the competition is in the USA this year. And Miss Universe is primarily a United States-based pageant. So I don't want to straight up call them biased. But I don't necessarily think that they would leave Asia out of the top 10. At number 8, I have Canada. Canada is a very strong fan favorite. She is a great speaker. So if she gets into the top 5, I would be very worried for the rest of the contestants. At number 7, I have Iceland. Iceland has crept into my little heart. I absolutely love Iceland. I truly hope she gets into the top 10. Not only is she a great speaker, but her stage performances the other night was very impressive for a European country like Iceland. At number 6, I have Romania. Romania is a great contestant, and I am ashamed to say that I have sort of been sleeping on Romania, but these past 2 days at Miss Universe with the national costume competition, as well as the preliminary competition, I have really started to open my eyes towards Romania. The woman is very impressive, I can't deny, so I had no choice but to put her at number 6 on my list. And before I go into the top 5, I just wanted to mention a few honorable mentions, and these are really personal favorites of mine. I had to sort of use logic when compiling this list, and unfortunately these 3 women did not make the cut, but they are personal favorites of mine, and honestly I truly hope they get into the top 21, and if they do, I will be very excited. And these 3 women are Cameroon. Cameroon obviously is a debuting country, and she has been amazing in the preliminary stages of competition. I hope and I pray that her preliminary interview was good enough to get her a spot in the top 21. Secondly, I have Vietnam. You guys know that Vietnam's stage performances was out of this world. Honestly, in my opinion, the best stage performances that we've had. I'm not talking about national costume now, but just the preliminary competition. Vietnam had the best stage performances. Again, like Miss Universe Cameroon, I hope that Vietnam did well enough in her preliminary interview in order to get herself a spot in the top 21. Lastly, Myanmar. Honestly, I just wish Myanmar would make top 21 because she has been through so much with her luggage getting lost and her country being in turmoil, and she is just a very sweet and kind candidate. So honestly, this is more of a sentimental thing, but I really hope that Myanmar gets into the top 21. With that said, honorable mentions out of the way, let's get into the cutthroat top 5. At the 4th runner-up placement, I have Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico really impressed me at the preliminary competition. She is so charismatic on stage, so daring. This woman can make any garment work. I don't necessarily know how well she did at her preliminary interview or how well she will do in top 5 Q&A, but I definitely think she deserves a spot in the top 5, which is why she is my 4th runner-up. At the 3rd runner-up position, this was a difficult decision to make, but I have Peru. Peru is just incredible. She absolutely had me gobsmacked at the preliminary competition. She is so beautiful, so amazing, and I've heard that she is particularly good at interviews. So if she's good at interview and she's good at stage, I see nothing stopping this woman, and honestly, I think she might place even higher than the 3rd runner-up, but at the moment, she's at 3rd runner-up for me. At the 2nd runner-up position, I have Mexico. Mexico has been a very strong fan favorite. Andrea Meza was crowned Miss Universe Mexico, and everybody was like, okay, so this is the one to beat this year. Glad we established that. I loved Mexico's stage performances. From what I've heard, she is a good speaker. I just hope that in the top 5 Q&A, she can show us some emotion and emote a bit more, because I haven't seen much of that from her. 1st runner-up, please, my countrymen, please don't come and kill me. I have South Africa. I know. Treason! Natasha has done absolutely amazing at Miss Universe. She has been incredible. She has made a fan out of me, to be honest, and honestly, obviously, if she wins, I won't be disappointed that I put her as 1st runner-up. I will be so freaking happy, but at the moment, I had no choice but to put her as the 1st runner-up, although I'm sure that she is going to freaking wow us all, no matter which placement she takes at the end of tonight. My predicted Miss Universe 2020 is Thailand. Amanda Obdam has just amazed me. Hello. Amanda Obdam has honestly just amazed me. She has been incredible in the preliminary phases of competition, not only national competition, but also prelim swim and prelim gown. Not to mention, she probably did amazing in interview, and I think that if she makes the top 5, she will do absolutely incredibly in Q&A and final statements. I feel like the Thai pageant community is just a force to be reckoned with at this point, and so is Amanda, which is why she is my predicted Miss Universe 2020. But honestly, any of these women could win, and I will be so happy and excited for all of them because I've gotten to know and love all of them, and they are all amazing, incredible women in their own right. Please let me know who your predicted winner for Miss Universe 2020 is. I'm probably going to be saying, oh, but why are you so unpatriotic or whatever, guys. This is just my opinion. Honestly, I know just as much as you do, so please take it all with a grain of salt. Also, please subscribe if you don't hate me too much after this because I will be reacting to Miss Universe 2020, and who knows, maybe, just maybe, your favorite contestant wins. Also, like this video if you enjoyed it, and follow me on Instagram because I post lots of pageant stuff over there and I would love to have you. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I will see you in the next one, which will probably be the reaction to Miss Universe 2020. I'll see you there. Bye!